Good evening.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. Do use the card host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gifts if your order qualifies. So it'll be free gems, pack of pearls or gems, as well as exclusive tutorial bundles by the Stampin' Glam Squad and the Global Creative Project, which is a PDF and video tutorial. We put out a couple of live streams throughout the week on Wednesdays and Sundays. So yeah, if you're like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't done so. We also give away the projects we create during the live stream, so pop in a comment, you'll be put into the random draw. I believe you can only pop in a comment if you have subscribed, so do bear that in mind. If you can't pop in a comment, you need to subscribe to the channel first. Okay, so the random draw will be for this one, but before we do that, we'll say hello to those of you who have popped in a comment yet. And this is the four page,
Four-page,
four
panel,
layer,
whatever it is. It's a four something. So yes, so we're going to be giving that one away very soon. But Jay's gonna whiz through the names and say hi to everyone.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got his teeth in tonight, so it could be interesting.
So we have hello, Karen, Valerie, Angelina, Wendy, Betty, Debbie, Sandra, Connie, Janice, Sandra BL, Mandy Allen, Sylvia, hello, Catherine, Caroline, Julianne, Debbie, D, Gian, Julie, who else we got? Linda, and yes, thank you so much. Yay!
Lovely, thank you. Didn't he do well? So yes, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick that, and then we're going to crack on with tonight's demonstration. So we're going to be using the Pansy patch once again. I'm going to be doing a simple card, and Jay's going to be doing something a little bit more.
It's quite simple.
Quite simple as well, but using up some scraps of the designer series paper as well, aren't you? So I think it's going to be interesting. Remember, the designer series paper which we're using is the Pansy Petals designer series paper, and that is currently 15% off at the moment as well, until the 2nd of August, I want to say. Let's just say the end of July, just to be on the safe side. So if you'd like to save some money from your latest paper, this is a great time to purchase it.
Yeah.
So good. So we're going to do the random draw, and then we are going to crack on with tonight's demo. So let's move on over.
So good luck, everyone. Ooh,
it's 32. Wow, that's gone up
two.
Since I put the thing out. That has gone up 7.
Wow. Good luck, everyone. And the winner is Mary Wetmore. Congratulations.
Mary, excellent. Congratulations. If you would like to message us, Barry and Jay at mitosocrafts.com. Details are on the screen right now. If you would like this card, please email us with your address details and you're happy to win it. And we will pop that in the post to you as soon as possible. So that's a new name for us, I think, as well, isn't it, Mary? So well done, Mary. That card, if you would like to win it, is coming to you. So congratulations. We are going to crack on with tonight's demo. So as I mentioned, Pansy Patch. I'm going to be using tonight's very vanilla cardstock. So I've already got myself some very vanilla thick. Kind of using very vanilla just because we have run out of very Whisper White, the basic white thick. We've got one sheet left, I think. We have got a delivery arriving on Tuesday. So it was a good opportunity to think, okay, we've got some thick in very vanilla, which I always forget about. So I've got my normal standard thick cardstocks. This is cut at 14.6 by 21 centimeters, scored in half at 10.5. That's how we do our bases. And I can fold and burnish this base right here and get this ready and prepped. Okay, Then I have got myself another piece which is going to be measuring, so I've gone down to 9.5 by 13.6, so that there is a nice layer, so it's tone on tone, which is going to go on like this. Alright, but I will be doing some embossing on this, and I'm going to emboss this with the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. So I will get that ready and I will emboss that very soon. So that's that one. It's a really pretty embossing folder, really loving this one. And I'm going to be using, as mentioned, I'm going to be using the Designer Series papers. So the Pansy Petals Designer Series papers, again, we've used it several times. It's got all of these and they coordinate perfectly with the die cuts, which is great. Obviously, you can use the stamp set if you like, if you've run out of it, and you can then make your own colour combinations, as I've said before. So it's great if you want to, tailor make your pansies to somebody's favourite colour. But I'm going to be using the die which matches this, and is going to die cut this out here. We'll also use the dies for the leaves, so I haven't got to do the stamping, or I haven't got to worry about doing the two-step stamping. So this makes it so much more easy for you to create a card, but you have the option to play if you want to. I will be using the sentiment from this one. It's going to be a little hello from me to you. We really need that to say a little hello from us to you, really, don't we? But unfortunately, they don't do it. So that's going to go there. And let's do some die cutting. So I'm just going to grab the machine, which is here. And we're going to die cut first our flowers. Alright, so I'm going to get all my die cutting done, out the way, and then it's just a matter of constructing this card. So as I say, it's really, really simple, but I think it's quite pretty. So just line it up over the top there, and then just run that through the machine and die cut. So again, I could be using the small mini machine if I wanted to, but because I'm using a larger embossing folder, I need the big machine. So there's the first pansy cut out, and then I'm going to then just go through and I am going to pick myself out some leaves. So this is great. You can sometimes, depending on how you do it, you can, some of these ones which are losing the bottom parts here, you can use these ones quite nicely, because these bits you can tuck underneath the pansies. So you can probably get quite a few of these leaves out, depending on how you cut it and how you cut your paper. But I'm going to go for some full ones to start off with, and then I will then see which I need. So I'm going to cut 5 of these. That's what I'm going to be doing. And they obviously all come in different colours as well. And there's 2 shapes, but different colours. So let's just move it up a little bit so you can see just a little bit more. There you go. So that's good. So how's everyone's weekend? Are you having a good one? Well, it's nearly over now, but we're going to try and finish relatively quickly tonight. For some of you may know obvious reasons, that there is a very big important football match on tonight, which we want to watch at 8 o'clock or thereabouts. So yes. So that's that. So there's 3 of them, and then let's cut another one here.
It's wobbling again.
Is it wobbling again? Sorry about the wobbles, everyone. Yes, it's who's just said it's raining? It's raining here as well.
From Ohio. Ayo, hi, Jill.
That's it, and then we'll just go with some down the bottom down there. So don't get rid of these. You can make use of all of this paper, selectively edit bits and bobs. Alright, so I've got 5 of those done, and that should be enough for this card. Alright, so I'm just going to now emboss. So when embossing, because it's going to be a standard embossing folder, I'm going to be using plates number 1 and 3. So number 1 up here, and using the clear plates. So I can remove number 2 to start off with. And I grab my embossing folder, pop it in, and then close it down. Use the line which is on here just to give you an indication on if you've got it straight, especially if you need to. So just use that as a guide, and then bring that down, and then you know it's a good way of knowing whether or not it's straight or not. So pop that through the machine, and there we go. And I love this embossing folder. I think me and Joe are both very pleasantly surprised how well this one actually is. And let's just remove that way. That's good. Oh, just lost a die on the floor.
I'll find it.
That's it. Before I lose it properly, just pick that up. And here we go. Let's have a little look. Ta-da! It's great. It's really, really detailed. So this here is the, what was it again? It was the Pretty Flowers embossing folder, which is this one right here, and it's really, really pretty. It's lovely. Both sides are really, really nice. The debossed and embossed sides are stunning. So good. So let's pop that to one side. I'm actually done with all. Oh no, actually there is one more bit of die cutting I need to do, which is the square. So leave that, and so I've got myself the layering not rectangles, the layering square dies here. And I've got the one which has got the scalloped edge, and I've got myself the straight edge. So I'm going to actually create myself a bit of a frame. So let's bring the machine back in one more time. Pop that in, and I will need to pop plate number 2 back in again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of my dies here, there's my paper, so keeping it tone on tone. And I'm just going to die cut out the scalloped one first. You may be wondering, I'm popping it in at an angle. Don't go in on a straight edge, go in at an angle. It will die cut your flat edges so much easier. If you get that jumping when you're doing your die cutting, it's because it's got a straight edge, so just go in at an angle. There's the first one. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take there's a couple of sizes down, it's the square one, and I'm just going to layer that in the middle. So I'm just going to pop that in like so, and then run this back through the machine again, and I'm going to create a frame. There we go. That's it. We're going to have no more wobbles now because I am done with that part. And then you've got a bit of scrap which you can leave for later on. So good. Alright. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do my stamping of my sentiment first. So I'm going to be using this one right here, which is a little hello from me to you. And this fits quite nicely on the bottom of this frame right here. So I'm going to do some memento. And then ink this up. And then pop that down the bottom. Just going to bring this a little bit closer to me. It might just come off camera a little bit. Yeah, it is, but I just need to see to get this straight. There you go, I can bring it up now. That's the one. In we go. then that fits in quite nicely down the bottom, down there of that frame, like that. All right, so that's all the stamping I'm going to do. So you could use the stamp set and you could do your pansies in your chosen colour, but I'm going to make it easier and go with the paper. So good, that's that one. I can go ahead and I'm going to stick my embossed layer to my card base. And I've got it with the raised part up on the showing rather than the debossed side.
What frame is that from, please?
It is the layering. It's the layering squares, isn't it? I don't actually know. I will get the. Jay might be able to pop the actual name of it in the comments for you. Jay's just going to have a little look online for you and post the correct name and the product number on there if you're interested in that, because I don't want to give you the wrong name. I think it's layering squares.
Yeah, I think it is.
But so that's that. All right, and that's that. So and well, that's kind of going to go in like that, and that looks quite nice on its own, kind of like that. You're framing your embossed pieces, but I need to make a frame like this, so that is going to go in like that.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. And then I can then do this, and then I can then go round and make this up. So I'm going to kind of just layer up a little bit, and then just go round like that. So I'm going to let you decide. Actually, I'm going to give you. Should I go with less? Should I go with less petals and have maybe only 3 of them in there, like that? So less, or should I go with?
Was it retired?
No, they haven't. Have they? Have I used a retired thing? I thought they kept all of those in. I thought it was just the stitch ones I retired. Or should I go with 5 like that? Let me know what you would like to do. 3 or 5. Whilst we're having a little look at whether or not I've used a retired.
I think it has.
Has it really?
Yeah.
No.
The circles have stayed.
And the squares have gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Terribly sorry. I have used a retired.
You can use the Stitch So Sweetly if you're wanting it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So. Yeah. No, they have. I really didn't realise that. I thought that they
This
kept
one's
those.
got a scallop one, but you might just need to
Yeah.
cut the
You have the Stitch So Sweetly dies. This is an alternative, so you can have a rectangle if you wanted to, and you could do the same. You can do the same principle. It's exactly the same. You go with your larger one like that, which is actually pretty much the same. And if you're clever, you can actually turn this into a square as well, because you would run this through the machine. You would run it through your machine like so, but you would overhang this part and you wouldn't actually put this part on the cutting, and then you would then connect them back up and then cut the other part. So you can turn your rectangles into squares quite easily. But I'm terribly sorry about that. I thought these were, I thought I was safe using these. I thought it was just the stitched ones they retired. But no. But you can do the same with something like this as well, but you could do, like I say, you could turn it into you could have a rectangle frame if you want to, and then have it as a, like this way, would work quite nicely with that one. And then you could have 2 pansies on it. Alright. So, my question was 3 or 5, which looks like, ooh, there's lots coming in. Jay, have you been able to do a tally, I think?
Yeah, it's mostly 3.
Is it 3, is it?
Yeah. It was only 3 5s, but loads of 3s.
So we have that down there, like so. So we're going to go with a 3. That's it. And then that's going to then sit on top like this. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this. And then I will actually, before I do the dimensionals on that, I will do my sticking. So I'm happy where this is. So if I'm careful, I can remove this like that. They are now still in the position I want them to be. Carefully dab some glue there, there, and there. And then I can then just plonk my Pansy back on top again, and they are in the position which I want them to be. So just be careful, you can make things work for you, and there you go, that's sorted. So I can just go to one side to set up, pop some dimensionals on the back of this, and then we're done. So
Barry, you showed the stitch so sweetly die, so that counts as 1.
if it's going to count as 1, it's going to count as 1. I'm not going to argue. I'm not arguing.
Remember, I got 1 the last time for showing the measurements that I misplaced on the table. So I think that should count as 1.
I don't think so, but I'm not going to argue.
We will ask Mandy when she sees the video.
So I'm just going to snip the large one in half, or you could use your minis if you want to, but it's just because they are quite close to the edge, so just use your scissors and a snip. And we would also pop some on the back of the, oh, that moved, on the back of the Pansy as well. So that's going to go in like that. Alright, so let's go down like this, pop that like so. They have moved ever so slightly. Let's see whether or not I can just save this a little bit. So you can, that's it, that's fine. So that's nice. This is why I love wet glue.
No, Krista. What?
Oh yes, Krista's our Madam Favour request commissioner tonight. Hi Krista!
No. Did you
How
watch
are
the
you?
last time?
My bestie.
I remembered it.
So that's like that. There you go. I'm a bit happy with that. I can stick that on top like that. There we go. So that's, stick this down. And then we'll stick the frame on, and then we are done. And then I'm going to hand you over to Jay, and I'm going to cost him 2.
I better bring the kitchen sink in.
Yes. There's nothing new there then. He is. He's bringing everything over. What can I take? What can I take off the table?
No, that's mean.
We can play that game, isn't it? What's missing from the table?
Spot the difference. I love doing that.
That one where you put a tray out as somebody and memorise what's on the table and then remove something and what's missing. So that's that. And final one.
Amazing.
And then that's just going to go on and cover those there. Centralise the pansy. And job's done.
Sophie's watching you again. Hey, Sophie.
And there we have it. There is a very simple card. I've done one at the beginning which had the 5 on it, so there is one with a different flower, which was the yellow flower. But I quite like I actually do quite like the pink on that one there. It just pops off the page a little bit more. So a really, really simple card using just your papers, your die cuts. Yeah, and that's it. So that's me for tonight. So I'm going to hand you over to Jay. Let's show you actually the one which I made. I'm going to hand you over to Jay, and he is going to... He's overlooking the table. He's stalking me to make sure I don't remove anything from the table. I'm going to pass you over to him, and he is going to do something different, as he always does.
Well, not quite different.
So, good. Hope you enjoyed that. I will pass you over to Jay right now.
Amazing. Cool. That is so pretty, Barry. Well done. So yes, so my argument is, I'm sure I got one from showing my measurements. No, I'm just wanting it to be fair. Last time. So anyway, so last...
You asked me to get the can you look for the measurements? I didn't ask you.
No, I can't remember. Anyway. So last time we had these papers that Barry cut through, so the same paper as this one. Oh, that's quite cool. I didn't realize it goes in the same colors. So what I've done is I've pre-cut all of the edges, so don't just cut it out. So you know your DSP, when you cut it into 6x6 or 6x12, you'll have the edges and you'll have the designs on the edges. So what I've done is I've actually pre-cut them, or fussy cut them. You can use the dies, it's just easier to fussy cut them. So that's my prep. And as Barry mentioned, we've got one thick basic white. So I'm using fresh freesia card base. I've got a soft succulent card layer, minis on my lap, and basic white layer as well. So this one, the usual dimension, the soft succulent is 2.5 centimeters smaller than the card front. No, the basic white is 2.5 centimeters smaller than the card front, and then the soft succulent is 0.3 centimeter bigger than the basic white. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24, about 7/8 of an inch, so nearly an inch, I think. Yeah. I'm going to emboss this layer first with the checks and dots embossing folder. I'm gonna use the checks this time. I believe last live Barry used the dots, so I'm gonna use the mini this time, just because it fits in there. I don't know the press boss, Sandra. I've never heard of it. I might see if I can Google it later. So this one is... I'm just gonna make sure that's centralized. And this one is a normal embossing folder. So that's 3 and 1. Ooh, do I have my 1? Nearly. 3 and 1. Sorry for the wibbles. And I'm basically gonna create like a floating frame, the floating frame technique, without the person seal. So this one, look at how lovely that is, and you can kind of like use it for like baskets as well. It reminds me of the basket weave that we had before. So that's just gonna be added on to there, but before I do that, I'm gonna add my fussy cut Demonstrators paper, because I might as well use them using dimensionals. So I'm just gonna cut the ends off these because that should be enough, right? I'm gonna add big tool. So I'm gonna add it as I'm doing it, right on the edge, he says. Okay, I'm gonna place them where I want them, just so as I remember. I did kind of like had a look earlier where I wanted them first. And then that one I'm gonna cut. So you can, if you have bigger Demonstrators paper and it doesn't fit within the frame, you could always just cut it down. So I'm just gonna cut that straight. Actually, I'll stick it and then cut it down. That'll be better.
Krista wants to clarify a new J-ism.
What is it?
Wibbles.
Wibble, wibble wobble, wibbly
I
wobble.
was going to ask if I had wibbles.
So yeah, so the cutting of these flowers does take time, but at least you're using up your DSP. And you can do this with any types of DSP that's got the images that you cut out with the dies as well. Oh no. Stick. And I don't think it matters too much that orientation of that flower slightly sideways, but I think that's okay myself. Ooh. I want a small one. Yeah, most of these ones I didn't have to cut down. It's only actually that one that I need to cut down. So if I add that more to the left edge, stick that down, and then use the back. So press it down and then use the back of the card base, and then now it's you have it in within the frame. Right, I'm gonna add that one with more dimensionals. I'm leaving a gap on the top there. Actually, I was gonna do it that way. Okay, I'll see if I can take that off. I was gonna leave a gap for some trim. Wow, 4, that's a lot, isn't it? Why are you laughing?
Debbie's just said, I never thought about using a separate floating frame. However, so glad you are not using the Preston seal.
Thanks, I guess. The press end seal should make this easier. I can't get my head around it. Right, I'm just taking this off because I want my twine on the top right instead. I forgot I changed my mind on that one. So I'm just gonna add that again, but on the right hand side. But it'll be this way, just so it fits the orientation. Now that it's too far out, I should have just left it, but I wanted it closer. Closer to the top right. So I'm just gonna move that along there, and then final one, and then we can start constructing the card. So just add one. There we go. So that is done. So my layer is there. I'm just gonna add that with the multi-purpose liquid glue. Oh, look at the back. Actually, the depot side looks quite cool as well. And when it hits the light, I don't know if you can see, that looks, I quite like that as well. And then that will just frame it. You can gut your soft succulent if to save more on card, but I'm just gonna use it as is. Oh, that one isn't moving. That's fine. And then this one is gonna go on top. So before I do that, actually, I was gonna ask you for your opinion. So what I'm gonna look for a sentiment. What did you use? From hello, a little hello from me. I'm just gonna use thank you. So just a small one. So what color would you say to add it on? Either, what's that? Soft succulent, pale papaya. So just gonna be a strip down there, or bumblebee. So I'm gonna stamp that sentiment on those colors. Do let me know in the comments what would you prefer to see once I get that ready. Oh, blocks. Yeah. It's only a tiny bit, but it will, if you can see the difference, that one will match the layer. That one will kind of like match the big poppy. Okay, so that I'm gonna add, I think, what else is on the stamp actually? I guess I could stamp the leaves on the here. Oh no, but I don't have any ink. Let's not do that. I don't want a one. Also, before I stamp, we also had this strip, so I'm gonna add it underneath the sentiment. And we were discussing about the nail file, so I have filed this in, but what I found as well, because we cut this, and you know when you press too hard on your paper trimmer, it creates raised bit at the back. If you file it, it actually distresses the DSP as well, which I really like the look of. So I might distress that once I know how big. Okay, I'll cut it down. Bell papaya. So if you just,
It's a draw.
it's a draw.
Yeah, 5-5.
5. Ooh, between.
Pale papaya and soft succulent.
Okay. So I'm just distressing it as well, and I don't mind that the designer series paper is kind of like getting crumpled as well. I think it'll add texture, even more texture.
Pale papaya.
Pale papaya, wow. I think it's because of the pansy color, the large pansy. And then if you, I quite like the distressed look, so I'm just even extending that onto the card, the DSP front. There you go. Nice. Cool. Okay, so pale papaya.
Back to the draw again.
Oh, Nita.
We're a penalty shootout. Is this a moment for tonight's score? Is it going to be 6-6 on penalty shootout?
That's so funny. I will go with pale papaya.
If it's a draw, then it's Jay's decision.
Pale papaya. Right. That's done. I'll just cut that up. I'll use a trimmer. I'm not that brave.
Andy said, loving the unicorns.
Yeah. I don't know who gave that to us
It was a
actually.
swap, wasn't it?
It was a swap, yeah. So thank you.
Have you got the case for it?
We managed to find. We found it. We normally save this our swaps, so and we normally just leave it in a box. But Barry managed to find it.
Well, no, I gave it to Mum, didn't I? And
Oh,
she gave
did
it to us.
what's that? What? Oh, I see.
We was given it by.
Oh no. There we go. Yes. So it came with this pouch. I don't think the pouch. Again, you can use your DSP like that. So I don't know if the pouch was meant to be stuck down underneath, but it is by Karen Varley. So thank you so much, Karen. We finally found
A use for it.
a use for that. So thank you, and great nail file or card file, shall I say. So where are we? I'm gonna add that, and my favorite new trim, Baker's Twine Essential Pack. So that's gonna go there. I'm gonna add that underneath as well. Ooh. I think that looks better. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's cut that off. Continue distressing it. I prefer this side. I think it just matches or underneath that. Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna add that on, I'll stick this in. You can always go wonky, but I think the embossed design, I would like it to be straight. So that's gonna be on top. I can add dimension on the edge there. Actually, if I put it there, because I'm gonna add this on top, so that can be done there. And then add it on. Like so. Oh. See, I didn't think to take off the backing because it didn't have the that's so funny. It didn't have the blends on it. You're shouting saying, oh, you should have done that first. Alright, that is done, and where's the thing? I'm gonna use, I don't want it too dark, so no. I think Vera Vanilla works well. And I'm just gonna tie one knot bow. Right, move that away. And finally, add the on embellishment. Ooh. Guess what I'm using? Champagne rhinestone. We do have other embellishments. I just really like that one, and I think it goes with that DSP because it is colored. If we have kind of like, I think we're running out of the basic rhinestone. You can color that with blends as well.
We have just ordered some basics. So.
Yeah, we have. And there are blends with the new in colors, because I think these ones, this Demonstrators paper, have got the Stampin' blends in all colors. Why am I using that? I need mini glue dot. So I'm just gonna add that on top. Fold that in, or cut it down if you prefer. Oh, do I knew I had that. I can add that on there. Sorry, I saw it and I was like, that was from there. I'm gonna add it. I will finish soon. You know me, I like adding stuff. That one. Oh, that one's too tiny. It was too bare. So add that on top. zhuzh it up. If I can keep it like that, curl it. I normally just press the middle bit and then curl it with your thumb and index finger. Cut it down to size. So it doesn't go on the sentiment. And then finally we have the champagne rhinestone. Hi Sherry, hi Cindy, hello Anne. Yes, we're aiming for finishing soon because of the football.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I'm nearly done.
Everyone's leaving soon.
Everyone's leaving.
A couple of drop-offs already.
So there we go. I was like to Barry, I'm sure it's fine. So I'm liking my side. If you saw our blog post today, or my blog post for the Stamping Sunday blog hop, using rectangle stitch. Luckily I used that one and not the layering one. Just add 2 of the big ones there, just slightly peeking. Quack quack. And I'll add some small ones on the front, just here. Oh, oh, that lost its backing. There we go. I don't like that there. So there we go. That is my second card using the Pansy Petals Demonstrators paper. Use up your offcuts and create a floating frame topper. So bar's gonna come through and we can do the random draw. We do have our class on Tuesday, which is the Give It a Whirl. I have sent the emails to attendees, so please check your junk folder or spam folder to ensure that you have received the products and preps as well as the PDF tutorial. So whilst Barry is setting up, where's your card? This one. To do the random draw for this card, I'll show you some cards. So this one is the pinwheel
card,
tower card, which folds flat. So part of Barry's hashtag Fanfold Friday series on YouTube. Check it out on our channel if you would like to see how to create this card. You could also create. So Barry created template and this one for the actual video, and I was like, put them side by side. You can do a double pinwheel, which look quite nice, and it'll look really, the dimension will be a DL or a slimline card, but you can have 2 towers together, and it of course stands, and you do have 4 sides, so you can write sentiment, have a different thing like that. It could be quite nice for photo holder as well, so you can slot in the photos and create windows with the window sheets. So that's quite an interesting card there, using the hand-penned Demonstrators paper as well. That one is included in the 15% off promotion currently going until August the 2nd, 2021. And if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you may have seen this one.
Get ready for
Christmas card slider. Ooh, There we go. So using the pine tree punch, I love that punch, and snowflake wishes. We're still waiting for our new crafty goodness. So I had to see what we had in our stash. So snowflake wishes and pine tree punch, and blending, which was inspired by summer sunset, if you can believe.
So yes, are we going to be doing anything with that?
It could be one of our online classes for Christmas.
It could be an online class, or it could be a tutorial, a paid tutorial. So yes, so watch this space. We will hopefully be doing something with that one very soon, or plans for it. So we're going to give away now this card right here. All right, so I have got everyone's names in. There was a few last minute ones come in, which was good. So fingers crossed, if you just left a comment new, then you are in the draw.
You're on.
So we have got a winner of...
Good luck, everyone.
Karen. That was quick.
Hey,
that normally goes for a lot quicker. Karen Lazenby,
congratulations.
message us please, Barry and Jay at mitosucrafts.com, and you have won the first card this evening.
Yes.
So congratulations, Karen.
Congratulations. Email has just gone off.
Let's do it again, shall
Yes.
we? Email on the screen there, Barry and Jay at mitosucrafts.com. Excellent.
Cool. So yes, so if you'd like to win this card, pop in another comment, come back and watch the replay, pop in a comment, and then you'll be put into the random draw on the next live stream, which is on Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
It may or may not be with the Pansy patch. We don't know yet. Could be...
it could be Chris. Who knows? It could be
It
pre-order.
could be-
We're receiving that on Tuesday.
We can do unboxing maybe.
We could do that, yes. We'll
Yeah.
see. We don't know. Either that.
Or
We'll-
Quiet Meadow, because we have an
online class coming up
with
that soon.
Quiet Meadow as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for
All right,
joining
so
us.
I hope you enjoyed that. Yes, thank you very much. Remember, links to our online shop down below in the description as well. Currently 15% off sale, so grab yourself a bargain.
Cool.
Excellent. Thank you everyone for watching. Take care. Have a great week, and we will see you on Wednesday, same time, same place, 7 o'clock.
Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.